Yo, 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 we back for Loose Talk, man. This episode 3. Dame in the building, man. We just kicking it today, man. It's gonna be a show. We just kicking it. I'm gonna come up with a couple theories. We gonna talk heavy today, man. We talking about our young black brothers that's independent in the industry. We trying to figure out is this some kind of conspiracy on how all the young black brothers are getting killed or catching the craziest RICO cases in the world. We got Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph. We got Tory Lanez in jail. We just trying to find out is this some kind of conspiracy with our brothers that go independent, trying to make millions without the big engine behind them. So there's so much stuff in the background of the industry and politics that we don't know about. You know what I mean? So years ago, record sales was different. You didn't have no artists going independent. You had to push the engine yourself or get with the engine in order to produce. So now you have artists that can make millions without that. So the question is there some kind of conspiracy? Now, and I was sitting back wondering, like, I felt like Nipsey Hussle was getting ready to go to the next level in business, you know. And a lot of my opinion with that is there was a lot of gang affiliated stuff out there. And I think his brother Black Sam wanted to separate from that, from my knowledge. And Nipsey was trying to separate, but he still has some street affiliations. So, I think, period, when brothers are talking about going to the next level in life, period, there's a lot of pressure on them. So as my brothers think about the independent life and how we gonna move in business, we gotta foresee all the shit that's coming at us from different angles in the industry, in the world, stuff that we gonna be hit with. You know what I mean? So I kind of like the independent route myself. I don't know all the nooks and crannies. See, it get crazy because streaming is so different now. It's different than a record sale, so you need to know how to actually get the money from streaming. That's what a lot of artists don't know. But once they figure that out, independence is the next level. You know what I mean? Meek Mills even went independent, went through a lot of scrutiny, court a case, all kind of stuff. But he came back with reform, and he found out how to get with the big wigs and sit in some rooms and move some stuff around. So a lot of this stuff is, political, and there's some shit in the background we don't really know about. But for all my people out there, I want to know, what do y'all really think? Do y'all think it's a conspiracy? 'Cause I think something going on with my brothers. Back on rolling, man. I'm just kicking it, man. Back on Filoosh Talk, man. New season, new everything, man. We gonna have a lot of exciting shit happening. We always popping up with something. We talking about the conspiracy today of all our independent artists that's getting either killed or catching heavy RICO cases after they go independent. My man say he got a question for me. What's up, baby? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. And how you feel about Young Dolph? I feel like he had a great wave. I like how he was motivating, the YNs and everybody to get paid. It just misfortunes. I feel like the industry kept trying to take him out, and he probably egged them on with 100 shots. 100 shots. Hey, yeah, the
Man, let me tell you, I love Young Dolph, man, and the Young Dolph situation show that it's hard to be two or three kings in the same atmosphere, man. Cause I think that they could have did so much in Memphis if Dolph and Gotti and everybody really sat down at the table and put egos to the side. You know what I mean? I think Dolph's thing ain't really have too much to do with him. Well, I think he made a lot of millions independent, but I just think it was his drive and motivation. And sometimes he used to always say, "I'm the best. I'm the shit. I'm the king of Memphis," and that touched a lot of people. Everybody don't like a guy to have a lot of confidence, man. Dolph had that confidence. He had the music. He was bringing his family out. Key Glock still eating to the day. So, I just think Dolph was a force for the industry, man. Shout out to Dolph, RIP. He was going too soon, man. Young soldier. I fucks with Dolph heavy. They say the day he got killed, man, he was on his way to like a donation drive, man, when he stopped and got the cookies and all that. I just think his heart was pure, man. He going too soon. But I think that had a lot to do with just bosses being in the same city, you know. And not to really switch gears, but I'm gonna tell you a city that I love that's making that happen is Detroit, man. Like I really like how Detroit move, and it seemed like they can have a couple bosses, a couple kings. They figuring out how to get money together, and we got to look at that as an example. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Boss Man D-Lo and a Big X the Plug
Hmm.
and all that.
Yeah.
Even the ladies out there tearing it up with the Sexy Red, I believe Cash Doll from out there.
Well, see, they got Peasy, they got Ice Vizo,
Uh,
you got Baby Money, you got a lot of motherfuckers in that. You got Rio in them. I fuck with Rio. Run DMC Mike. Like they got a heavy movement where they just killing beats and they can all be on each other's songs. It's hard to see that in a lot of cities where they, like bossed out in the studio together. I love that shit though. You know what I mean? I fucks with it.
so next question to get right to it, like we gonna get to did he do it? And we ain't talking about Diddy. We getting right to Tory Lanez. We staying on this independent thing.
Right.
Like, do you feel like a brother with all that going on, with the world, opportunities in front of his life, would just throw it all away to shoot a girl in the foot?
I think he had the Tory Lanez case is one of the most mysterious cases in history, man. Just the fact how all them women got out that car naked and everything the night that it happened. Like you gotta think when you put like drugs and drinking and having fun, nights can get fucking wild, man. You know we had wild nights and we just regular. These guys got everything they want. They having a good time, so I think it was a good time that spun out of control. And I really don't think he deserved to be doing this much time. But I think he got the eye of a fucking tiger, man. I like the new music he just put out. I think Tory killing it. To record an album from prison like that is like something different, man. And I know he got some pain in him. I look forward to seeing him get back out, man. Free Tory Lanez, man. That's a bad joint, but I don't think he did it, man. I love to see a retrial. Some real good lawyers fight for him. I think he'd come home even sooner. You know what I mean? Bad case though. Bad case scenario, man. When you really look into it.
So, is it anybody that you ever seen from the independent circuit, like make it from your time, like, and that could be anywhere from Public Enemy, like anybody, not to say them, because of course they was mainstream, but is it anybody you seen make it like independent to the next level that it like inspired you?
Well, for me, I think it was guys like Cash Money, all of them that had an engine with them, but they had an independent mindset. See, a lot of the independence came from what guys was doing prior. Now they really making the industry independent with streaming and everything. But I love to see when brothers can really figure it out and take it to that level. See, what we have to master is the whole streaming mantra and how we gonna really make money off of it. How can we make money off of the industry right now? Like even in Philly, I think it's a open hole because we got some of the hottest artists, but we need to be educated on exactly how we making money off the industry, man. You know what I mean? I know y'all doing something heavy with the music and independence, but we gotta keep moving because we gotta showcase our talent in the city. Back in the day, we would have more come up show type stuff, more ciphers type stuff. You had all the DVD guys that was highlighting the artists in the city. So now we gotta figure out what could we do gearing towards the future to really highlight the artists.
So transitioning that to the artist, how you feel about these artists, getting mass incarcerated, their lyrics being used to get them arrested and them just themselves using their lyrics about like possible crimes they did. Like, what's your take on all that?
Well, my take for the artists, we have to look at the industry in the world. So we see that they have their eyes on the music. We have hip hop cops. We have actual FBI guys that listen to the music, every lyric, and can pick it apart. They know the code words that you're using. They know all the shit that you're saying. So at some point, we have to become smarter as people. You know what I mean? I would never promote somebody doing a crime and telling exactly how it happened, why it happened. We giving them too much. I don't think it's they have to do a lot to solve crimes no more in the industry because we do so much as a people to prove. You know what I mean? So I wish that we would stop telling exactly what we're doing in the music because it takes away from the music. There are some artists that really want to tell their pain, and now that it's being watched so heavily, it's harder to get the music. You know what I mean? Just think about somebody like Young Thug or Lil Durk. They music that they put out now is watched even more. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to even drop music in the future because now they look every bar you drop, they connecting in it to something. So we have to change the way we think and the way we drop our music. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be so, you know, descriptive in the music, man. We gotta draw back.
So, out of what do you think? Young Thug can do to keep himself from furthermore getting back arrested.
Well, Young Thug gotta understand he has a magnify glass on him. Fonnie Willis last week tried to revoke his probation, saying he was posting the wrong stuff. So I really think that he has to take good advice from his lawyer and really fall back. See, in a situation like that, you can switch up the direction of your music. Yeah, if you listening about gang affiliation and about me killing people, I'm gonna talk about something altogether different. Or if I can't help saying that in my music, I have to come, from a more background production type thought process. I can't be in the front no more. If it's going to be this much, they might send me back to jail for 10, 20 years. I'm done. I'm going to start just pushing the artists. Because Atlanta, I know they got millions of dollars for artists that's just sitting waiting. Young thuggers that ain't been in the studio yet. So sometimes you got to push it through the artists. You might not can be on the front line no more. You know, that's how it go.
Now, since you put a spotlight on Detroit, who is your favorite artist out of Detroit? You only could pick one. Your favorite one.
Man, that's heavy. I'ma say he just came home, Rio, man. Like I just love his flow, man. It's so many artists I like in Detroit, but Rio give me that raw. Like I think he gonna be next up to kill the city. Like he just spitting that and he got his man Run DMC Mike that be with him, and they got like the same flow, and they really bounce off each other. Like I just love it. You know what I mean? It ain't that old school. You gonna really be deep thought in the bars, but they bars is ill. They flow is ill. The beats is nasty. So yeah, I say Rio, man.
Yeah, I gotta tap into Rio. We probably gonna have to play some Rio on Faloo's podcast so they can
For sure.
probably had to drop a Rio track so they can get familiar
Yeah, we going
with him.
hopefully we bring them on the show, man. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna be gearing towards the big artists, man. We just getting started on
yeah,
Food Talk. We gonna highlight all that, man. I go down Detroit, whatever it is. Like I want to definitely have some of my favorite artists, man. That's what I do already. Like bring a lot of artists that I fuck with, that I listen to. You know, that's all. Ain't about nothing. But yeah, they got a strong movement down there.
All right, so bring it back to your hometown because you was talking about how Detroit, they ain't worrying about it just being one king and they're actually doing tracks with each other to make sure they eat. And what I noticed, about a Philly crowd, we getting better, but when Philly artists perform, it's like half of the rappers are in the crowd just waiting to perform next. And like when this guy performed, his crowd that came with him leave. You know what I mean? It's like everybody come to rap and leave. You know what I mean? So how can you even hear something that you like? Me just staying after, I done seen Mar Breeze, like, oh, I didn't even think a Jamaican artist was gonna be here. Yo, let's do this track. Oh, woo, shorty, you flamed that. So I'm just feeling like one of the main reasons why they not even connecting, because they leaving as soon as they finish rapping.
Well, see, Philly, we gotta bring the music back, like the showcases, the radio. We have, like, I done lived in Atlanta for a short amount of time. They love Philly, man. They love our artists. They love our music. We have to learn how to highlight it in a proper way to where we're actually filling up clubs. We doing rap battles. We doing regular music showcases. If a hot artist got a new single, come to the club tonight. We gonna have all new artists showcasing. That can happen. Back in the day when they had the shit on South Street and different clubs where artists can come, open mic, poetry night. We got to go back to that, man. We really got to go back to the love of the music because we missing out on a lot of talent in the city. Because Philly is a city where it's hard for the top artists to connect, and we have to figure out what that barrier is. And that's just about us just creating music and stop coming up with reasons why not. Whether we overcharging for futures, whether we think we celebrities before that time. No, we got to become a hungry city where we all in the booth until we blow the fuck up, man. Like, just think about state property. They ain't give a fuck about contracts and who. They was spitting like hungry youngins, man. They went to Hot 97. Everybody wasn't signed. Everybody had the money to change the cars yet. They were hungry. We got to take it back to that. Cassidy, when he was hungry, Cassidy come up the street from me. Young boy had a hoodie on, man. He was writing every night, every day. But his hunger was there. You put him in front of Swiss, anybody, he gonna spit. He was spitting in the barbershop, spitting on the corners, spitting everywhere. That's how he got his look. Cassidy was in the barbershop up Lancaster Pike, spitting. And Sharky, one of the brothers, knew Swiss Beats folks. That's how Cass got on. So, yeah, I'm just saying, take it back to that hunger where we spit and we got the right showcases. You know.
So I got this scenario for you, right? So it's this big old yacht boat, right? And it's about to go to this mansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just see like 50 bad this pups just boarding this boat. And as soon as you about to get on this boat, they say, "Oh, brother Faloosh, you gotta turn your phone in. Is you doing it or no?"
Well, man, listen. We finding out them parties that you turn your phone in for be a little wild. So I'm laid back in the industry. I'm laid back in the clubs and all that, man. Like, I create my own parties, man. I'm scared of these parties, cause we don't even know what's gonna come out of all this shit yet, bro. They just getting geared up, cause some of these motherfuckers videotaping themselves after they turn your phone in. So it could be a lot of trouble, man. Like, I just like to create my own fun, man. I ain't turning nothing in, man. You hear me? I'm scared.
Yeah, I felt like that was your chance. The moment you decided to get your phone in, you just agreed to whatever. Like,
That's
you
what
ain't
it
care
is.
about your mama calling, your kids calling. You jumped out the jet.
We gotta see it before it come. That's how I do. I sit back and say, "Oh no, that ain't for me, man. Y'all go ahead and party by yourselves, man. We gotta create our own shit. You know what I mean? You know how they go."
So, if you had a chance to like grow in your career, but you had to go to 2 mansion parties a year, networking, marketing, networking is everything. Are you doing it?
Man, I'm never gonna, put my morals on the line for nothing, man. I'm the type of dude, I get it from the grain. If I got to slow walk it, I don't mind. I used to spit, man. I was in the industry for a hot second. Like, I know it's a lot of elbow rubbing, know this person, know that person. But I know one thing for sure. Talent, hit singles, shit that nobody can touch is untouchable. You keep grinding till they can't touch you, till they can't say no, till they gotta support you. That's what filoosh talk about, bro. I'm gonna keep grinding until they say it's my time, until the ticket come. That's what the grind is about, though. I'm ready though.
So like, you ain't letting the like Illuminati take you to the next level.
No sir, no sir. I told you I slow walk it, man. I ain't get here, I ain't get here cutting no corners, man. Like I really got here standing on a lot of morals, man. And I always tell my son that, man. I say never compromise your morals, man. That's the worst thing a man could do. Once you do that, you lose everything.
Now the reason why I ask, because in my opinion, I feel like some things happen because people try to turn back on the wizard. It's like you got halfway down this yellow brick road to the Wizard of Oz. Like, no, you can't turn around now, bro. You didn't seen too much. You didn't
Yeah,
did too. Oh, it's a price to pay. You want to go down? Well, we gonna break you all the way down. You not
right.
just, oh, I ain't down no more. Oh, you ain't. So we gonna break you all the way down. And I don't know if this is that Bill Cosby. I don't know if that's R. Kelly. I don't know if that's attempts they tried to make with Michael Jackson, so
But see, all the people you naming, we have to learn from that. If we don't learn that we under a certain microscope that we can make mistakes, but certain mistakes they gonna slap us on the wrist. They gonna tap us on the back. So we gotta know that's like you in the industry, you legit, but you still doing a lot of street stuff. Or you still selling bricks on the side. They can tap you when they want. They can come for any of us when they want. So part of that is the test of being on earth, the test from Allah, that we can't get too big chested. Yeah, once you get too big chested, you tapped on the shoulder. Brother, humble yourself. You know what I mean? So I try to stay humble and know that any of this can end in a second, man. Not even finances, industry, business, nothing we doing. Life can end in a second. Know that. Know that life can end in a second. So we gotta be humble and enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. For loose talk, how we playing.
no, that makes that a lot of sense because people say if you knew better, you'll do better or not.
Some people want to keep doing wrong, and they know how to go. But do we get wiser? Do we learn? Even think about relationships, shit that we go through. Are we learning, or we just running through? You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, what advice would you have to these artists? I'm not gonna put an age limit on it. Just artists trying to find themselves. Like you can't do it all by yourself. You need some resources. You gotta find a land of opportunity. How do you navigate with all these things going on with the baby oil, with the diluted stuff in it?
Definitely, you gotta find your lane. You gotta find your niche. You know what I mean? Like artists gotta find a flow. You see what I'm saying? Every hit artist has a flow to me. You gotta find your lane. You can't be like nobody else, and you gotta keep working on your craft. Once you keep recording, you stay in the booth. It's hard not to make a hit to me, unless you don't got it. Some people don't have it. If you don't have it, you will know real fast when you're in that studio. When you in with the big boards and they saying play, that sound good to you, get out of there, you start learning faster. Because time is money in the music industry. So I would just tell any artist, perfect your craft. Travel, go outside the box. If you sitting around 3 or 4 guys, go outside of them guys, man. Go to New York, go to LA, go to the music conferences. We can't sit, it's not coming to us. That's my biggest advice. This shit ain't coming to us, man. We got to go get it. So what we gonna do? That's the question.
Mm.
That's the question. What we gonna do to go get it?
So, and in closing, in your best, for loose way, every once in a while, maybe I'll pop and just call me the voice, man.
Yeah.
It's for loose in the voice, but how would you like to, end it, give them some game, put them on some money?
Man, listen, we gonna end. I got. I just want to talk about the up and coming near future for Loose Talk in closing. We're going to have some exciting shows, man. It's been a little rough beginning, starting. I'm by myself, Dame in the building. But I'm the type guy, I'm going to rip through this shit until I figure it out. And I'm figuring it, man. So we're going to be talking a little bit about relationships, being happy. Are these relationships real out here? So listen, the next shows is crazy. All y'all got to do is stay tuned. And I'm going to keep bringing up the artists to highlight the city until this become a stop spot that you got to come through. We doing a lot of performances, everything. So really stay tuned in the Faloosh Talk. You know, I got heavy support. I got my videographer, my partner, my homie, friend, daddy with me. It ain't too much we ain't playing. You know, we gonna figure it out, man, cause we thorough guys. So just stay tuned, man. And I love all my supporters, man. Everybody who's supporting Faloosh Talk, asking me about the episodes. We around, baby. I'm working. In closing, we out. Faloosh Talk, episode 3.